Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Bashim, Al-Shah, Barakathan, to all the brothers out there. Shalom, Yahweh, Shemarathon, Bashim, Al-Shah, to all the sisters out there. This is I.S.U.P.K, New Orleans, Louisiana, Freeport Bossier School, coming out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harvard, New York, under Commander General Hunter. If you're not getting for the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General Hunter, you are not in the truth. That's right. You know, we're going to talk about, some series, they, that, the Queen of England just died, right. And if it wasn't for the I.S.U.K, you would never know how wicked that woman was. You see her, on TV, waving, come to all kind of functions, and just didn't know, in England, that was just like a house of devil, they own they own country. They was over all kind of countries all over the world. That's right. But yet they want you to pay homage to their queen. Look at how bad she did blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I would never pay homage to her. That's your queen, not mine. I serve the most. My king is the outside. That's the only one I give my homage to. Just get to the scriptures. We bedrock scripture, Zephaniah 21. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Right. And we are a nation not desired. And and the main thing, far as like family structures, the oppressor have made ever since the 70s, to keep a one family, not having a man inside the house, because they make that woman, feel like, hey, we're gonna give you money to pay your bills and all that, so you don't need him, And a woman quick to tell you, hey, I pay my own bills and all that, I don't need you. But in fact, yeah, you do need him. Yes, you do need him. You need him, a shoulder to cry on, somebody to lift you up when you're down, all that. Things get hard. Yes, you need a man. Yes, you need a man. You cannot do it all by yourself. You can have children by yourself. I know the community teach the woman can get pregnant. She got some kind of thing, organ off her that she can impregnate herself. This committee. This is this kind of garbage they push around. It takes a man and a woman to produce a child. Right. It ain't gonna happen no other way. No other way. And the thing about it, a lot of people don't take their marriage serious. They're ready to walk out on, leave and all that, I know sometimes you may have to separate for a time, just to keep, just keep thinking, okay, we're gonna stay at mom's house for a while, come back about a week or two later, hey, everything's just fine. You was wrong, he was wrong, and y'all both admitted it. And the best thing about it, making up, and that's what we're going to talk about, we go to Ecclesiastes 26:1.
So come, book of Ecclesiasticus, the Apocrypha, chapter 26, verse 1. Blessed is the man that had a virtuous wife.
Yeah, you did it. Blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife. I don't care if you're out in that world or you're in this truth. You must be virtuous. You must be willing to submit to your husband. You must be willing, to let him lead. At least let him think he lead. So, let him think he in control. But y'all both gonna inquire each other about things. He gonna ask you about things. You gonna ask him, hey, baby, is this all right? If we do this, you'll say, well, no, that's up to you. If you want to do that, that's fine. We can do that. That's a virtuous woman, a woman that don't mind submitting herself and let her husband be the head. I know, we was raised up in the world, like soon as the 90s came in, everybody wanted to be a hoe. Everybody, when that came, I remember the 90s good. All the good girls say like they just went extinct like a dinosaur. Everybody wanted to just do all kind of evil things, having multiple men, especially around their children and stuff. And that's why so many kids, so many people, kids messed up, because they done had 15 men out their house in a year, and that's why the kids messed up. Okay, they get used to this one. Okay, here go another one. They get used to that one. Here go another. You know, and you don't want to be like that. You know, keep going.
Sir. For the number of his days shall be double.
It says the number of his days shall be double. That's what, you know. I'm courting right now. I'm soon to be married. And I feel like I have a virtuous wife. You know, she's just the sweetest thing. Before I went to a good woman, she came up and slapped me. I mean, even my mama tell me, where's that hoe I seen you with? You know, even my mama knew I had a hoe before I did. You know, my mom told her just like it is. When she met Amanawa, she was just in love with her. They love each other. You know, even my sister to talk to her, and she like part of the family. You know, I'm talking about. I feel good every day, even though we don't see each other all the time. But I feel good every day.
That's right.
You know, and I ain't felt that way in over 20 years. You know, after dealing with all them thoughts, you know, and shame, your mom got to tell you, yeah, I see what that thought was wearing. And mom just told her just like it was, how long y'all gonna be together? 3 days, a week, you know. And that's so now I found me a virgin woman. My mom is so proud of me now. So, you know, she's so happy, you know. She always asking about her, when she coming down, you know. They'll talk about they talk on the phone every day, you know. So that's what you know, a virgin woman when your mama can, you know, look at her, that's a good one, you know. But you'd be a fool to lose her. And even I know that. Even, I ain't let that go, you know. I ain't doing nothing to mess it up. We're going to verse 2, sir.
Sir. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
I mean, you're going to be just in peace. Because you have a woman who, you know, even when y'all may have a little argument, but hey, before the sun go down, it's making up time to testify, you know. You to make up, you know. Because like I said, everybody's gonna get into it. Ain't nothing, like I said, most people watch the movies and stuff, see what they live happily ever after. It ain't like that. It's fairy tale. It's stuff you heard when you was a child about Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, and all that. You know, this is the real world. People are different. You know, personalities will clash at times. You know, and that's how it is. But you gotta like in so many brothers, they out there, though even if it's true that they're chasing them Instagram models, them OnlyFans, girl, what you expect out of that? Huh? If she go out run out on you and sleep with another man, what you expect? You got exactly what you wanted, an Instagram model. You want somebody on OnlyFans, you know what they do, you know, some of the stuff they do on OnlyFans, you know, they I'm talking about it's just crazy, you know. I mean, you should want you a virtuous woman. Hey, I know you probably want a dime piece. You better settle for a penny. So, you know, forget that dime piece will have you in jail for the rest of your life. You know, you give me a penny, I'm good. You know, forget an Instagram model. You know, everybody gonna have. You know, everybody gonna have, and everybody doesn't have. And that's what you chasing because you want to have something bad. You know, you want a trophy wife. You know, get a trophy wife. Get a real wife. Get a wife that know how to cook biscuits from scratch. Get a wife that don't mind getting there cooking for you at all. You know, instead of saying, hey, I ain't used to doing this. You know, I'm gonna order some takeout. You know, I want a meal. I want a meal. I want something to fill me up. Take out, you know, that's why you ought to know right there. She talking about some takeout. I understand she just cooked yesterday. We haven't, because she ain't cooked none of the week. You've been having to go to Mickey D's or Wendy's somewhere to get something to eat every day of the week. And got a whole wife at home, ain't doing it but sitting on her cell phone, TikToking, OnlyFans, Instagram, all Facebook, Messenger, all that. While you up there hungry, you got to settle for a 4 for $4 instead of not getting no rice, beans, greens, and potatoes, none of that, fried chicken, none of that stuff. You gotta you gotta go out to eat, but that's what you want. You ain't want no virtuous woman. You wanted a heart. You know, you wanted a dragon. And then next thing you know, when you start getting on about not cooking, that's when that dragon come out of it. And then you like sitting up, you can get on out of here, you know, don't get out of my house and all that. So you got to hear all that. That's because you made a bad choice. You know, you made a bad choice. But you know what you was getting. You don't see other men get with women like that. You done heard the story. Some men don't even blew their brains out because they Instagram out a girlfriend was messing with some other man. You know, so you got to remember this is the truth. You're supposed to act like God, the men above us done taught us better, not to even want nothing like that. You know, that ain't what we are. We are a priest and prophets, but we need to look for a virtuous woman, and that's hard to find. So it took it say like as soon as I got at her, hey, one pick me, one pick me, I'm talking about. I have a virtuous wife, can't wait to marry her, and then I can just lay back though, have me some homemade biscuits, some tea cakes, some good old food. I mean, eat enchiladas and tacos. I ain't got to cook no more by myself. I ain't got to wash my own clothes no more. That's what I'm talking about. That's what finding someone virtuous is. You got these mother coming up now. Hey, they gonna wash your clothes. You better wash your own clothes.
Want your clothes to stay cold.
Yeah. You come back, your black shirt, you're great. She don't put bleach in the color clothes.
Right.
And she don't mix the colors in with the whiteness. So you got a pink white t-shirt.
Right.
That's the kind of mess you have to go through when you don't choose correctly, especially when you've been taught to choose correctly.
Right.
As far as you out there world, you don't know any better. You just go with the flow, what everybody else did. And here you learn different. You get taught different. Women get taught to be submissive to their husband. Husband, we learn to go ahead, sis.
What you're bringing out is like two things, the things that have happened this week. I was talking to one of my patient's daughters, and she was talking about her relationship with her husband, and she was just saying how, like, well, if I'm not happy, then I'm not gonna stay. I was like, well, see, I said, do you realize that being happy is not a part of you?
Right.
That's not a requirement for
That's
me.
right.
I said because Christ is the only thing you can leave this person you away.
Right.
And she was like, it may be in there, but I'm not doing it. And I was just like, I don't understand. I feel like that too. The more I learn from y'all, I realize happiness, yes, it's nice, but that's not what God is after.
Right.
He's after a behavior,
right.
a change. And then I realized women, if we would, it's hard to accept that it's okay for me to have multiple lives. There would be so much truth. These murder suicide. Oh, because you see, I'm going to call off the wedding, and you put it in the spirit. It's like something, it just breaks my heart. And our people are so.
Yeah.
And I know it's kind of easy to swallow being a woman and being taught you to prize your whole life, and you learning that no, you're not the prize, your husband is. And that's for your worship and all of your love and future goes. But as women being taught it, it's hard to get out there Christian. But I've learned with God, it makes it so much easier.
Yes, it does.
Because the stuff that I have to deal with because of my desire to serve God and speak the truth, it makes it easy. And I just wish that all of our women would just have an ear to this message.
Yeah, that's what Zephaniah 21 comes from. Gather yourselves together. Because they remember they taught us. Remember this, all right? I can go all the way back to the late 80s where, our men, the word beat just got spread around like it was mustard. How we used to dish they taught way back then to disrespect our women. Our women started being exactly what we was called. That's the industry. That's the oppressors do. That was those oppressors think having them say the woman is a queen. And you force do all this. This all the oppressors work. To keep the black man down. I mean, back when I was a teenager, you wasn't even guaranteed to see 18. Even back then, it was dangerous. They had it out for us even back then. The first three something.
Like if I could, just chime in what you're bringing out because it's so heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you bringing out that's what oppressors doing. You gotta remember the women's suffrage movement, or the Women Liberation Act, or something that they called it.
Women's suffrage.
Women's suffrage. You know what I'm saying? Then here it was a white oppressive problem, and blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian women made it there. You know what I'm saying? By joining hands with this woman's act or this woman's movement to be equal when no black man ever had a chance to even be the head of his household from the time that he was a slave until the time he was so-called emancipated. You see what I'm saying? So there was nothing that the black, Hispanic, or Native Indian woman needed to be liberated from because her husband wasn't in control of the household from the get-go. You see what I'm saying? When you had an oppressor, who their problem was that their husband was in control of the household and they wasn't getting the treatment that they thought that they deserved. You see what I'm saying? This white woman, this white devil, you know what I'm saying? She had to watch her husband be in love with a slave, you know what I'm saying, and choose to go to the slave's bed instead of her bed. You know what I'm saying? And she knew that, well, he's the one who makes the money. He's the one who brings the income in the house. A woman can't get a job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get with the other white devils, white women devils or females, and we're gonna start a strike, and we're going to demand that we get the ability to have jobs so we can become independent. And y'all seen that movement, and blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian women joined in with that. You know what I'm saying? And liberating herself from her husband. You know what I'm saying? And then that's why you get all these housing programs and food stamp programs. All that came from that. You know what I'm saying? So, but what you bringing out is it.
And that's the thing about it. I remember when they cut welfare. It was just to get cash for welfare.
Right.
You just didn't know they used to call the black women welfare queens. When come to find out, the oppressor women was mostly on welfare.
Right.
It was 90%, about 95% of them was on welfare. Right. And then they look at us, but now they're allowed to get those cash benefits. And you got to jump through hoops just to get them. Yeah.
They call them grants now.
Yeah, you got to jump through hoops.
Chime in, you know what I'm saying? They pass out grants to the white community like it's peppermint. You know what I'm saying? They pass out grants for white women, and you know what I'm saying, or it's like I gotta stop saying the oppressors, like it's peppermint, man. You know what I'm saying? And you have no knowledge about it. When I started to learn about different grants and what they're for and how much money that a state is required to give back into the community a year, my mind was blown. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that a lot of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian women, men, and children who need that money don't know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, they have the ability, and they'll be the #1 pick when the grant is off. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. It's called grants now.
Yeah, it's real. I remember it's so good. That was like 1991.
Right.
When they cut that, that's when you find. All of it came out. And it's like y'all call. They had this was Al Sharpton, just exactly for stealing the game.
Right.
So you calling black people, black people, black women welfare queens. Well, white queens, y'all ain't mentioned.
Right.
Who get 95% of the welfare that's given.
Right.
They get more food stamps. They get more cash.
Right.
They get all that. That's right. Going back to let's go to
verse 3.
Yeah.
This is book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 3. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord.
And I fear the Lord, and I have a good portion.
That's right.
You know, the thing about it, being in the UPK, it teaches you to fear the Lord.
That's
in the
right.
Christian church, you're not taught to fear the Lord.
Right.
You know, only when you done did something wrong,
Right.
you know, or you better get on your knees and pray and all that, you know, that beg for forgiveness. And, you know, and the Bible says, you know, after you learn, there ain't gonna be no more, sacrifices, all that. Ain't gonna be none of that. You know, you can't. You know, it's like I said, this is better than you never knew at all.
That's
like
right.
just like you come up in this truth and leave it, it would have been better you never even heard of the truth. You know, it'd be better because anything the Most High might cause anything to come against you, disobeying His law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
You know, let's go to verse 4.
Sir. Verse 4, and it reads, whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart towards the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful consonance.
Me, I'm gonna tell you, I'm broke as a joke. You know, I ain't just really broke, but I ain't got no money to buy a new car, new house, nothing like that. But yet, I'm blessed with a wonderful woman.
That's right.
You know, I'm blessed. You know, like I said, I have a good heart towards the Lord. I was taught to have that. You know, that had to be taught to me because, like you said, you come from those Christian churches, though, or any other denomination or non-denomination. You're not taught to have any of those things. You just taught to just go through the motions. You know, just put on the show every Sunday while you out doing your thing Monday through Saturday. Then get up, on Sunday like you ain't did that. All holy, thank you, Jesus. With your big old hat on. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, high glory. All that old myth. That's why I'm just, I have a cheerful countenance. I don't even know what being depressed is now. Because I have a woman that lifts me up. She gonna ask me, baby, anything bothers. Like, yeah, maybe this she gonna make it better. She gonna make it better. Let's go to verse 5.
Sir. There be 3 things that mine heart feared, and for the 4th I was sore afraid: the slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All these are worse than death.
So slander of the city, unruly multitude, and false accusation. That's the first thing. You know how many people that died behind false accusation?
Right.
Or doing time behind false accusation? Okay. Like I said, slander of the city. Just think about, an unruly multitude. Everybody remember January 6th, right? The white folks went absolutely crazy. The oppressors went absolutely crazy. Right. Because Trump didn't win the election. But you gotta look at it. Let it would have been us. They'd have been having funerals for the next 2-3 years. If that had been us. But hey, they was alive to hurt. What's that? Department of Justice, police. That's what it was. Yeah, they was allowed to do anything to them, and they getting no time. We out here. We hit a cop. We finna get 10 off the top.
That's right.
That's kind of this kind of atmosphere we in. That's why I say gather yourselves together, because you are not desired. You can't do what they do. You can't be like them. They'll tell you. I'm more than. Even though they say, even though they like to say, we all are children of God. Yeah, we are. But guess what? We are the 12 tribes of the chosen.
That's right.
Y'all are our subjects. It just ain't our time to rule yet. When Christ comes back, we will be ruling over you. We'll be in charge. You're gonna see what we show you some real slavery.
That's right.
Since you want to enslave our grandma, whoop their backs. Like I said, you're gonna be out in my yard cutting grass with a pair of plastic scissors. And I want my grass cut before sundown.
That's right.
You know, that's exactly what I want. Let me see. But go to verse 6.
Come on, sir. Verse 6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman.
Look, stop right there. Like, hey, I know this ain't easy. But the truth, I.S.U.P.K, according to the Bible, all through the Bible, men have most of all, you probably had maybe about a few of them only had one wife. But that's how the nation of Israel got built, through 4 women. That's how the 12 tribes got built, through 4 women. This man had 4 wives. So do not be jealous if your husband tell you you got another wife. Call it not time. You know, just think this a break for you. You know, you gotta look. Sometimes you gotta look at the person thing. You know. Sometimes you just be glad he gone, or you just be around the house, laying around, or you probably take a girls trip. You know, and you will. So you know you have some you time. You know, so why be jealous over another woman when you know that's what's taught? That's what's taught, and you know a lot of women can't expect it. And then you know, there's a lot of times it don't always be the women. Sometimes these men have sympathy women, you know, and don't tell nobody, you know, and that's what a lot of females get mad about. They know about it, but the school don't know about it, you know. So it ain't always, on them, but it's a lot of time it is though they can't handle that they may have another wife, but we say so they don't handle it, hey. Supposed to be kind of our kind. Even though I know that's hard. You ain't go before no preacher, you know. We don't do that. And we have certain rules. We're not like the oppressor's world where, where they have, you should not take on another wife, here you can. Everybody won't do it, I don't want another wife. I know what it's like to have 2 things, and that's a headache, you know. I'm not worried about that. Like I said, women, don't be jealous because your husband get another wife. Especially if you follow him into this truth, you already knew from the very jump that it could. So why is you jealous behind his wife, his other wife? You wrong. You absolutely wrong. We'll go to the next verse, sir.
You want me to finish reading this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on, sir. And a scourge of the tongue which communicated with all.
You know how to get the talking, get the clucking, get the cooking like a chicken, saying all kind of things and stuff, when she knows she's wrong, I mean like I said, they say the tongue is the most wickedest thing it is. The tongue, the power of the tongue. It can give life or death, It can either give life or death, and just because your husband got another wife, that ain't mean you supposed to talk all crazy and stuff. Hey, you knew the score when you came into this. So why be a dragon at home when you already knew what was what? They tell you that the first day you in here. You learn about that. Go to verse 7.
Come on, sir. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that had hold of her is as though he had held a scorpion.
You got your full class dragon. Just imagine trying to hold a scorpion. You got the pincers and the sting of the tail. That's what that's like. Because you got to sit up there, argue with this woman, try to block her. She's trying to slap you and beat you and all that. You trying to do, push her back, keep from hitting her and all that. You got to go through all that, bitch. Like I said, he woman just, she got that, just got that evil confidence. You just chose wrong. Especially if y'all been together a long time, she just never changed. She just never fully came to the truth. She still stayed out in that world. We go next verse, sir.
Verse 8.
Yes, sir.
A drunken woman and a gather abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame.
That's what that's hard. That's what I used to choose all the time. You know, the doggone shame my mama had to tell me about it. But it's a shame. You catch it just about. It's like I ain't did nothing. He ain't nothing but a friend. He ain't nothing but a friend. Oh, I remember that was popping. He's just a friend. He's just a friend. Yeah, he's a friend, all right. He's your best friend. You know, that's what y'all had to deal with. For the woman, being drunk, she ain't got it all up here. Her mind is all messed up. Her heart is messed up. Her heart is your mind. And, that's what you have to deal with. So you have to fight. You got to, fight that drag. That's your own personal drag. Verse 9.
Concert. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her hardy looks and eyelids.
Man, I was so blind back then. Woo! He's just, they had that hardy look. I just went for it. My legs, I just went for it. Just blind as a bat. Just blind as a bat. Just caught up. And you just don't know. If it, like my mama said, if she look like a hoe, dressed like a hoe, talk like a hoe, what you think you is, boy? That's a hoe. That's a hoe. And that's what we say. The heart of a woman may be known in her hardy looks and eyelids. Now they got these girls wearing these bat wings on their eyelashes now.
Fly away.
I'm talking about I had to see my daughter's pictures on Instagram and I'm like, what is you got on your face? I'm grown, Daddy. I'm grown. I can't say nothing. You like they teenagers, they 20s, so I can't say nothing. I'm like, man, some big old eyelashes. I'm talking about I ain't never seen no eyelashes that big. I'm talking about, man, can you close your eyes? See like you're holding it up, way up here. You talking about it seems like when they blink, it's like she might fly away or something. Like she might start flying. I'm like, man, I understand having a little eyelash, a little. I'm talking about these things be gigantic. It's like a butterfly on the eye. That is just crazy, That's what you gotta. That's what we got now. For us, our women, that's what we got now. We got harlots, trying to fit in with the virtuous women, So you ready, sir?
Verse 10. Is thy daughter?
13.
Verse 13. Verse 13, and it reads, the grace of a wife delighted her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones.
That's what and that's what you want. You want, a graceful wife. She talks to you the way you want to be talked to.
That's
right. She ain't yelling at you and all that. She gonna sit you down. Like what's that old song by Lattimore? Sit yourself down.
Talk, straighten it out.
Yeah, we gotta straighten this out. Why keep why keep going and constantly bothering men above us,
right?
Behind a little petty problem that you can sit down and talk about yourself.
That's right.
Just think, what was you doing before you got the truth? Working it out your own self.
That's right.
But no, you won't feel like, somebody gonna get in trouble or something like that. It just, it's just crazy that, you get this truth and start acting like a baby. Like when, before you ever got the truth, you sit down and talk, maybe stay away from each other for a little while, and then came back together. Next thing, and then about 3 months later, somebody's gonna have a baby. Baby coming. Speaking of baby, hey baby. It's another discretion with fatness bone. You know, just gonna bring life to you where it was no life.
That's right.
You know, make him feel good and able to hold his head up when he step out in the streets and look at me right in the eye. I got me something.
That's right.
I got me something. What about you? I'm gonna have me some homemade biscuit with some blackburn syrup and some beef sausage. What you have? And some fried egg. What you have for breakfast?
Mosaic, right.
So a bowl of cereal. That what you have? Some Captain Crunch. You know, a Count chocolate. That what you got? Yeah, let's go to 14.
Concept. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
No. That's how I feel. A woman that I'm engaged to is a gift from the Lord. Because she is so sweet. Everybody that meet her just loves her. Don't have nothing bad to say about her at all. You know, nothing but good things, you know. That's all they have to say about her. Let's go to 15.
Like number finish verse 14. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
Nothing so good. Mind well instructed. And then you got a good, faithful, God-fearing wife. You know, she fears the Most High. If you got a wife that fears the Most High, you can't go wrong. Because she gonna do what she's supposed to do. You know. Let me see. Skip that. Go to 22.
Concept. Verse 22. And harlot shall be accounted as spittle.
You see what they call it? Call that pose you texted on Instagram.
Right.
You know, or OnlyFans. They kind of spittle.
Right.
They ain't nothing to the Most High. You know, you may tell the Most High will bless my marriage. You like, I ain't blessing nothing.
That's right.
And harlot is kind of spittle. You go ahead and finish reading.
Concept. But a married woman, is a tower against death to her husband.
That's what a good woman does. She gonna protect you.
That's right.
You know, she knows, how to carry herself, how to dress herself, not wearing stuff that's revealing.
Right.
Trying to show off something like in other words, what we used to call advertise.
Right. Right.
Dress modestly. And she carried herself modestly. Yes.
That's right.
Can't no other man come to her and say nothing to her. She can't be taken from you. 23.
Sir. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. Oh, yeah. But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
There we go. If you're a wicked man, you getting a wicked woman. A wicked woman. That's what you get. If you feel fear the Most High, you getting a godly woman. You got a woman. You getting a woman that loves you, and gonna be like kind, everything. Kind, and all that. She gonna be very obedient. While you want a woman to sit and waste your time on some women that ain't even worth it. So that's something I got tired of doing. So I'm just gonna step back and let the Most High choose me one, and he gave me one. So let's go to verse 24.
Verse 24. A dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband.
This goes back. That's a dragon you got. She ain't gonna get no type of reverence to you. Like, who do you think you talking to? They're like when they're all around them, around the brothers and sisters like this, they're all sweet. You get home, it's World War III.
Right.
That's what they like, but an honest woman with reverence of her, she can give you all the respect in the world.
That's right.
And while that dragging, she gonna front. But when you get home, you gotta argue, fuss and fight half the night, that ain't what it's supposed to be like. That ain't what I.S.U.P.K women is supposed to be doing. That need to be in the I.S.U.P.K. If you don't left, hurry up and get up out of here. If you don't want to be part of this, don't get out of here. Verse 25. So.
Verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord.
I just got to be saying. The shamefaced woman, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. You know what a dog is. The dog, dog. When she comes to season, every dog around you, we got 20 dogs in your yard.
That's right.
That's how that woman is being compared to. Being compared to as a dog. She's shameless. She's shameless. She don't want to hear nothing about about the law. Don't want to follow the law, and ain't gonna keep the law. But but the honest one, but a shame face will fear the Lord. That's what you want to look for. Shame face the Lord.
That's right.
A God fearing woman there. Go 26.
Verse 26. A woman that honored her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonored him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all.
What you think they the brother and wife, who treating them right, they talking about him in the school, like, yeah, that's a grade A sister, and the one that is not treating their husband right, hey, they talk about them too. You ain't nothing, you ungodly, you honor her, she judged as being wise, and everybody know you ain't treating this man right. You all what you're putting them out, you're cussing them out, in front of other people. Hey, you ain't counting this, you ain't nothing, you is ungodly. And everybody know you're ungodly. I don't care how you used to come in, SHALAM, YAHANNA, I do all that. But behind closed doors, you're a whole nother person.
Right.
Now I'm finna get out of that, sir. Go to Proverbs 31:10.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 10. And it reads, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above ruby.
Now, if you're looking in your Bible, you're going to see it's a question mark. Who can find a virtuous woman? It's just like trying to find diamonds and rubies and emeralds.
Right.
And all that. That's a hard thing to do, finding a virtuous woman. Because there's plenty of shameless women out there. They coming in by the dozen.
That's right.
That's what I say, who can listen with what Solomon was saying, can find a virtuous woman for a price that's far above rubies, or diamonds, because you can't beat it, because that's your help me. Woman was put here for man. That's one thing you have to understand. Man wasn't put here for her. Woman was put here for man to be his help. Not his destruction. That's one thing. Let's go to verse 11.
Verse 11. The heart of her husband do safely trusted in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
He gotta have nigga. Because he got a virtuous woman. He put his trust in her, and she gonna take care of him. She gonna say, baby, I got you. That's what she gonna do. She say, I got you. Don't you worry about nothing. I'm take care of all of it. Verse 12.
Verse 12. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
And this is when you've been blessed and you go all through your own life with this woman. She does nothing but good, not evil.
That's right.
Like I said, You might have one, you gotta be some gonna have to be a dragon slayer though.
All
right. You're gonna have to learn to tame that dragon, keep that dragon down, put a chain on that dragon, because a good woman gonna treat you good all through your life.
That's right.
Even woman, you ain't gonna do nothing but catch them but hell. You never have. Taking for somebody that you never truly happy. If you is happy, it's only for a second. Because she's gonna find something to do, find something to say, to get at you. We go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7, starting verse 2.
So what's that scripture?
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 2. This is a little food for thought here, in case you don't have a wife, how to act, You go ahead.
Come on, sir. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
They read that, they figure, they say let every man have his own wife. And that's what you're supposed to do, because you ain't got no business messing with nobody else's wife.
That's right.
Anyway, we taught that's gay anyway.
That's
going
right.
Behind another man. You absolutely, gay for going behind another man. Teach the women to have her own husband. And it was like, oh, I thought that's when they want to say, I thought he could have, y'all always say he can have more than one wife. Why, he messing, she messing with my husband. No, he can have as many wives as he wants to. And you just talk about a woman, if that's your husband, you don't go get another husband. That's what that means. You don't go get another husband, you already have a husband. You got one husband. You ain't got no business messing with that other man.
Like if I could, so your husband already has a wife and still your own husband. That's your own husband, and according to his other wife, that's her own husband. You know what I'm saying? What one wife, what a man does with one wife don't have nothing to do with the other real. You know what I'm saying? Right. So she have her own husband, and you do too. You know what I'm saying? So you should mostly focus on you and your husband, not focus on, you know what I'm saying, what this woman is doing with, you know what I'm saying, what another woman is doing. You know what I'm saying? We just brought out that what it was, shame for a woman to have to be jealous of another woman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You should never be worried about what another woman is doing. You know what I'm saying? You should, you know what I'm saying, focus on the upbringing of your own household. That should be your main focus.
This is the thing about it. The women come in this truth and feel like they're gonna change things when they can't change things.
That's right.
That's what they figure. Let's go to verse 3. We're gonna go to 5.
Concert. You want to drop down to 5?
No, we're gonna go to 5. Yeah.
Concert, no switch. This is verse 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband.
Y'all gotta do the thing.
That's right.
Husband can't hold back from her. She can't hold back from you.
That's right.
Ain't no fire gonna be extinguished. It gotta happen. And then more, and just put more on that. You want to give respect to your wife, and the wife do likewise. You don't want to be a disrespectful woman, because you will be found out. It may take a year, it may take 2, but sooner or later, your facade gonna be seen. You're gonna be seen as an ungodly sister, and you're gonna find yourself up out of here.
That's right.
You know, this, go to verse 4, sir.
You like to say 5.
4.
Verse 4. The wife had not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise, also, the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife.
So I'll let you know, y'all two are one.
That's
Y'all
right.
in one flesh. You know, I ain't got control of my body, my wife ain't got control of our own body. But we are one, you know. We're gonna you know, because we are one, you know, because you know, it's hard, you know, just especially if you got a woman that you know, she ain't in this truth, you know, and she ain't trying to follow this truth like you is, you know, you gonna have a hard time because a woman tell you, hey, this is my body, I can do what I want to do. You know, just like they say, you know, for their abortion, you know, my body, my choice. You know, they always want to say, you know, hey, this is my body, but no, yeah, you ain't got control of your own body. You know, like hey, I have sex with who I want to have sex with. You know, I don't care. They always talking some kind of mess like that. You know, but they ain't got power of their own. Neither do we. You know. Let's go to First Peter chapter 3. Start at verse 1.
So this is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
This is right here in the scripture. Wives subject yourself to your own husband. And they got this thing out now. It's just a crime for a woman to be submissive to a man. That's like a crime. It's like, you know, going back to the Stone Age days, back before women suffered, you know. That's what they feel like if you being in subjection to your own husband, you know. But you gotta realize they're my wicked ones that feel that way. You know, they are very wicked women. You know, they don't care. You know, all they want to do is what they want to do. You know, and not and treat their husband like a dog. This is basically what they want to do. They just treat him like an utter dog. I can do what I want to. You know, I ain't got to say nothing to you. Trying to talk to them, they don't even want to talk. You know, So with them, you gotta let them walk. You know, separate from them for a while till they get their mind right. Let me see. Let's go to verse 5.
Verse 5. For after this manner, in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
And there we go again.
That's right.
There we go again. That's all through the Bible. Women being in subjection to their own husband, not the other dude that live around the corner.
Right.
You know, no, we don't do that. We don't rock that way there. You know, this ain't the Christian church where you can have 5, 6 men, or you have one man. You know, that's the kind of life we live. The Christian church will take you. You know, Pastor Pochop will take you with open arms. You know, if that's the kind of woman you want to be. You know, and then verse 6.
Verse 6. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughter ye are, whose daughter Salaki ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement, Salaki.
You go all the way back to the time of Abraham. She called him Lord. She called him out of line.
That's right.
Why can't you do the same thing?
Right.
Why is this hard for you to do that? You know, you don't want to call your husband out of line. That is your out of line. You're in this truth. If you can call somebody else out of line, why you can't do it at home? You know, you're supposed to be able to do that at home. You know, all the time. You know, kind of our concert. You know, You know, I would need some dinner. Come, get started on it now. You know, someone gonna sit down and need to talk to you about something. Got on time. Go to verse 7.
Concept, verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
You know, this is like, you know, like Officer 500 Kwan, you know, put on Facebook, he got his wife, his real got him the whole PS5. And those things cost some money, you know. And you know, that's what I'm saying when you have a righteous woman, you know, she don't mind going that little extra mile for you, you know. So they are blessed, you know. So he's blessed to have a woman like that, because you know, it ain't nothing out there. I'm gonna tell you, it ain't nothing out there. Just gonna tell you, hey, this is my money. I do what I want with it. I ain't spending a quarter on it, you know. That's what you got to look for. You know, you got to look for a woman that ain't about nothing. You know, everybody can tell you about her. You know, but you won't listen. You got to find out the hard way. Bump your head a few times. You go to Ephesians 5:22. Yeah, you know, a lot of men that know they entangle, what they call it, entanglement. You know, they entangle with a harlot. It's like I ain't leaving for nothing and for nobody. And she done been with all kind of men. He knows, but won't let her go. You know, and then when next thing you know, you find out he done killed herself, and you know, then you be like wonder what you could have done. You could have done that because he didn't want to leave, even though he know what she was doing. Let me see, 5:22.
God said, this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord.
Here we go again. Submit. All through the scriptures. Go submit. Submit to your own husband. Hit it, your own husband. Not this brother at work, this guy you work with. That is not your husband. Your husband is the one at home.
That's right.
You know, your husband at home, that's the one you submit yourself to, not no other man. Right. You're supposed to be taking counsel from another man. Your husband sit down and y'all talk that out. You know, you've been talking it out. You're still talking out. That's how you want to do things, you know. Because I'm like, hey, I don't want everybody in my bed. You know, I mean, like, you know, I feel like, you know, kind of a little less of a man. I got to have somebody talk to me how to treat a wife, and I'm over 50. You know, I mean, like I ain't learned that all them years. You know, unless it's just a real problem, you know, something that's really going on, like, you know, that's the only way, you know. We go 23, sir.
God said, verse 23, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body.
And the problem is women don't want to accept this scripture right here, that the husband is the head of her. I don't know. The first thing he said, I don't know what he thinking about. I got my own job. I got my own house. I pay my own bill. How is he head of anything? You know, he ain't got no money. He can't pay no bill. You know, but he says you're supposed to subject yourself. You know, he is the head. You know, whether he's got money or not, he is the head. You know, he is the head. You know, and Christ is over him. And that's what you should love. Because this man follows away.
You know what I'm saying? You know, in any real wife, man, you know what I'm saying? If you looking at your husband like he ain't got this, he ain't got that, how he gonna be the head of me? Any real wife will help their husband get some money. You know what I'm saying? Any real wife will put their husband in a position to get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know what I'm saying, be trying to belittle you know what I'm saying, your husband, somebody who you are laying down, letting into your womb, man. You're letting this man humble you. and then you turn around and you want to be the head of him, you know what I'm saying? Or you want to be, you know what I'm saying, the abuser, or you want to be the ruler of a household that you can't even protect on your own.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? That's all I had up.
Yeah, it's like when somebody kicking open that door, first thing she holler, baby!
Right.
You know, first thing she holler. You know, so forgot, you know, she said, I can do it on my own. And when somebody kick in that door with a gun, say you need a man up in there.
That's right.
You know, unless you're a pretty good shot yourself. You know, you got that iron, but it's always good to have that help. Your help beat off in there. You go to 25, so.
So verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it.
I know that's a hard job with some of them. You know, love, you gotta love them, but no, hey, Christ loved the church. The church was disobedient.
That's right.
But Christ loved it anyway. You know, we did all kind of bad things. Christ lied, died for us anyway.
That's right.
You know, so that's the same thing. Husbands gotta do what they want. We gotta love our wives. You know, it's not an easy job. Especially when things, you're on rocky ground. It's not easy. But you still gotta love that woman. You know, you go to Proverbs 18:22. Like yeah, I know everybody go through good times and bad times. You're supposed to love each other. Like I said, you gotta get like some people won't come out that Christian mind state, and coming to this truth, they feel like this truth a little too hard, no, it's like the man can do anything. No, we can't do anything. We can't, we ain't like we out here having sex with this woman, that woman, that woman. We're not allowed to do that. Because we got a wife there.
That's right.
You got a wife there. That's that. You done took on wives. Like some brothers can handle multiple wives, some can't. So the ones that can't, only have one wife. You got the scripture.
Sir. Book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 22. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtain favor of the Lord.
Whoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing. The other one, he was telling the truth right there.
That's right.
You got a woman that fears the Most High and follows these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You got you a good thing. It ain't no sad days off in that household. There ain't no but happy days. If things do get clouded, if it'll bring the sunshine back in quick. That's when you know you have a good thing. And we're gonna go to Ephesians chapter 5, verse 3. 33. 5 verse 3. 31. No, this is verse 3. Verse 3, yeah.
Like you say 5 and 3?
Yes.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 3. For fornication and all uncleanliness and covetousness, let it not be once named among you as becoming saints. Like
yeah, so that's what we we don't do no. We don't fornicate, and yet we don't covet nobody else's possession. No, we don't do that. Fornication and covetousness, no, we don't do that because whatever that person is, like that's there. You don't covet it. You don't covet another man's car, house, wife, children, none of that. Job, none of that. You don't covet none of that. You sure don't be out there being loose as a goose, jumping from here to there. Next thing you know, you at the free clinic. Doing all that, doing all that kind of stuff. Because you gonna go to 33, sir.
Sir, verse 33. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself.
Yeah.
And the wife see that she reverence her husband.
Yeah, see. thing about it. It's a two-way street.
That's
I have
right.
to love my wife, and she got to give me the same respect and love back.
That's right.
You know, that's what you want to look for. I know, hey, I know things don't be good all the time, but you know, you got to make it good. You know, you got to make it work. If you with somebody that you can't make it work with, separate for a while. Come back together and see what you can do later. You know, that's what you want to do. You know, 1 Corinthians 11:3.
Sir, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
So there we go again with that. You know, Christ being the head, and God is the head of Christ. So you don't gotta understand the man is the head, and he follows Christ, and Christ follows God.
That's
So
right.
you're not losing when you have somebody like that. You know, you're not losing. You got somebody out in that world, you know, they ain't gonna understand what you doing up in this truth. You know, the different way you walk, different way you talk, how you act. They can't understand it. You know,
So like if I could,
go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't had, you ain't have no problem when you was in school and the teacher taught you how to walk in a single file line. You know what I'm saying? That teacher put you in a single file line, you ain't jump out of that line, you ain't cut nobody. You know what I'm saying? You walk to that cafeteria in a single file line. Well, this is the Most High God's single file line. You know what I'm saying? Him being the head, and Christ behind him, and you behind Christ, the man. You know what I'm saying? And your woman behind you. You know what I'm saying? And we all going into the same place. Narrow is the way. You know what I'm saying? Into the kingdom of heaven. It's very narrow. You know what I'm saying? You got to walk in this single file line, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want a wide path, you can go the other way. But when you go that other way, man, you're gonna find yourself in hell. You're gonna find yourself in continuous hell. You know what I'm saying? But narrow is the path, man, to everlasting life, man, into the kingdom. So follow this order, man, because the Most High God honors the order that He set forth. You know what I'm saying? So never step outside of your you know what I'm saying, your place. You know what I'm saying? You don't see any man trying to be Christ. You don't see Christ trying to be God. You know what I'm saying? So as a woman, you shouldn't be trying to be a man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had.
Like I said, that goes again to oppress his doom. You know, he don't change the what's the scripture say? He don't change the natural order of things. You know,
that's right.
You got women thinking they can be men, got men thinking they can be women. I mean, I was saying on the internet, Dwayne Wade's son dressed up like a girl. And I'm talking about a real girl.
Right.
I'm talking about with the hair and the makeup, everything. I was just like, how can he live with himself?
Right.
Let his son dress up like that. Oh, that made me wonder about him. You know, I wonder about him. You think that's cool? You already got a little girl. You had a boy.
Right.
What you wanted two girls? Go ahead, sir.
The brother made a comment and he stated that his son started out doing the things that he was doing when he was a child. So, you know what I'm saying? His son was putting on girl clothes, and he said it was okay because he used to put on girl clothes. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you train up a child in the way that they go. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the way that he trained up his child to go. You know what I'm saying? He was too effeminate around his child because he was an effeminate man. So his son picked up on it. You know what I'm saying? And this is the outcome. You know what I'm saying? But, the Most High God is not the author of confusion. But this world is pure confusion, man. It's sodomy. It's you know what I'm saying, unruliness, is wickedness. You know what I'm saying? You'll be more respected as being a wicked being than being a righteous person, man. Well, you should be held, you know what I'm saying, on a pedestal for being comfortable to be around, or you know what I'm saying, being accepting to be around. But when they know you righteous, man, they know they can't do no wicked. They can't do no wicked around you, so therefore they don't accept being around you. You know what I'm saying? So, I understand the scripture when it said, don't you know that the world is the enemy of Christ and the Most High God? You know what I'm saying? Because They all about righteousness and justice. You know what I'm saying? And the world is just a wicked place, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that's right. You know, like I said, we like you got to go back to Dwayne Wade's childhood.
Right.
He was wearing women's clothes. What was his father?
Right.
Better yet, his mama, boy, get out my clothes.
Right.
You know, pop up beside him and be like, catch you, like tear that butt up, and, you know. But I never see you dressing like that no more. You know, but you know that the world is turned upside down now. You know, Proverbs 12:4. Yeah, you know, like I said, I like for everybody to find a good wife, you know. Or if you're dating, you know you dating, something you know you're gonna marry, you know. That's why you have a 6 month law, you have 6 months to get to know each other, you know, find out this is who you want to be with, yes or no, you know. So,
Sir, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh ashamed is as rottenness in his bone.
Yes, a virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, you know. I mean, hey, she make her feel like a king.
That's right.
You know, he can, like I said, he can hold his head up high and be happy and talk about his wife and have people come here. Oh, you just a wonderful wife.
That's right.
She's just so sweet. You know, everything. Tell her, we coming. We have a little something together. She is invited. If she want to come. The wife draw her husband a good name, whether she know it or not. You know, yeah, but the one that make them ashamed, it's like right to his bone. It is because you feel like nothing every day. It's life. Yes, yeah, she makes you feel downtrodden, hurt all the time, feel like you ain't nothing, you feeling depressed, going through all kind of anxiety. That's what a woman like ashamed, make you ashamed. That's what she makes you feel. She got no respect for you, and and everybody around
That's
they,
right.
they talk about it. That's why I say it's right to the ball. Everybody know you ain't got nothing. We're gonna go to Titus, chapter 2, starting verse 3. This thing about it, like a lot of us, all like the older women, you can teach the younger women because these young women know how to treat no man. They don't know how to treat no man. They got to get taught because you don't know what kind of household they growed up in, and, so they need to be taught. They got to get taught too. They may hear these scriptures, but they're here for somebody they respect.
Okay, concept. The book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming Salakia, holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things.
See, when we say aged women, that don't mean you got to be old as Methuselah. I mean, you done been in this truth for a while. You done learn, you got the experience. You able to teach this young woman, that she accepted fine. She don't, she ain't in truth.
That's right.
That's just it. Because she don't, if you really love your husband, you want to know how to make him happy. You want to know how to make yourself happy. You know, so you're gonna take that advice. But one day I don't want to take that advice, you know, hey, next thing you know, you might not even be seeing her no more.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Verse 4.
Sir. Verse 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children.
Just to go back, you know, they say, you know, they don't want the women to be, you know, false accusers, you know, and not giving them too much wine, you know, teaches a good thing. And that's what women in the I.S.U.K do. He teaches a good thing, you know, not, you know, in foolishness, you know, teach them how to be right. Teach them how to, if they haven't trouble following these law, statutes, commandments, you teach them, hey, this is not hard. You know, you got to sacrifice some for the Lord.
That's right.
You know, this is, you know, you teach the young women to be sober. You know, be sober, man. Don't be having all them evil thoughts in your head. Get yourself, you know, while your husband at work or gone, get yourself together. Or you know what to say to him when he come in. You know, love their husband and to love their children. And say they got it backwards now. They love their children and hate their husband. You know. You know, and that's the problem, you know, especially when you're in a blended family. You know, you gotta love their kids, you know, just as much as you love your kids, you know.
Right.
But sometimes I'm a witness to this. You can love their kids, they ain't studying your kids. I had that happen to me so many times I can't count. You know, and that's how a lot of them would do. You know, they just see you spending it on your kids. Oh, you ain't spending as much as my kids. I'm like, look here, I'm trying to stay out of child support court. Okay. So I'm trying to stay out of child support court. I'm paying enough child support as it is.
Right.
You know? I don't need no more on me, so I have to do a little bit more. I said, hey, I'll make it up to you next month. You know. So go ahead.
So like you, sir, if a woman has a child, and the father makes no effort to be the child's wife, does she have to bring that child to their father? You know, like everything she do.
Okay. First of all, that's supposed to be a man, right?
Supposed to be.
I'm gonna go tell you, you take him to him. Okay, then the next step on him. You know, that's how you do that. Hey, little child, it's on him. Okay, they come back to see the baby. You know, that's all you can do.
Like if I could.
Go ahead.
How old is this child? She's 1 year old. You always offer that child up to that man. You always leave that door open, that space open for that man to be available in the child's life. Therefore, you don't have to give an opinion to that child. The child will start to see the actions of her so-called father. You know what I'm saying? I always say, my advice is always let the child deal with the father. Therefore, he gonna have to let the child down personally. You know what I'm saying? And you won't be the mediator in between to make yourself or it be, seeming to you as the person who's trying to feed wickedness inside of the child's mind. You know what I'm saying? The child already know that if my daddy say he ain't coming, my daddy say he coming to get me, I can almost assure to not expect him to come. You know what I'm saying? Or it'll be, if my daddy say he coming to get me, he coming to get me. It's gonna be either or, you know what I'm saying? But you leave that door open for that man to be able to or available to the child, you know what I'm saying? Whether he show up or not, that's gonna be completely on him. And the child will figure out, you know what I'm saying, which parent is there, which parent ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is the thing about that, so this thing about that, like me, it was a different case. So the woman used to keep my kids away from me. Like I said, I stayed in child support court. I couldn't even see the child, but I had to pay. They wouldn't let me say, oh, my man here, I put a restraining order on you. You can't come around here. I had to get supervised visit, go to the grandparents' house. I went through a lot of that. Like I said, you know, so like I said, I don't know what that man have been through, but I would never, ever. I got a child. I'm going to see my child.
Right.
I'm going to see my child. That's
That's
that
right.
young too. I mean, that's when they really love their parents around about that age. And you pray about it. We gonna sit up in the window waiting for them to pull up.
That's right.
You know.
I think the issue is because of the occupation they have in the house, you can't come without the presence. That's what my daddy told me. You know, you put this on my feet. You can't come in the house with your daddy.
That shouldn't be no problem then.
It shouldn't be. Like, if I was just on that shouldn't be a problem at all. You know what I'm saying? That's the situation he made. He probably made it out of anger. But I mean, those are the terms. You know what I'm saying? As long as that child inside, you know, in the grandfather's household, he sets the rule. That's his household. You know what I'm saying? So you coming as a guest to that household, whether it's to see your child or to do anything, any house got rules. You know what I'm saying? I can't look. I'm uncomfortable with taking my shoes off because your rule at your house is you can't come in my house with your shoes on. If I'm uncomfortable with it, I'm just not gonna come to your house. You know what I'm saying? It's just plain and simple. But if I want to see you bad enough, or if I want to be around your presence, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take my shoes off. I ain't gonna have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, you can have any problem coming with an escort. You know what I'm saying? Escort being his father, because obviously the father and the grandfather can have a cordial relationship. You know what I'm saying? Or they're cordial with each other, and they're making sure that nothing out of line happens. You know what I'm saying? So that should be respected. You know, and those are the terms.
Yeah, you know, sis. Hey, like I said, you know, a real man, you know, acts like a real man. You know, he got a child, you know, you don't see that child. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, I didn't care what I went through, and I went through it.
Like if I could, brother, I am Judah on the chat said, and it's crazy how most women do this out of spite because of an issue she had with a man. Withholding a man's child from the father is just wicked as hell. Sister Danisha said that's right.
Yeah, it is right. And that's exactly what I went through with a lot of my children. Like a lot of my children, I didn't get to know till they was in their 30s. You know, but you know, but that's them being spiteful just because our relationship didn't work out, so they take it out on you. Next thing you know, you get papers in the mail, you know, child support court. You know, so let's go to Proverbs 14:1.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, you know that no, but that's again the oppressor. You know, that's all him. They teach them stick to man, make them. They feel like they gotta make you take care of your child when it's not the case. For a lot of men, that's not the case. For some men, yes, maybe probably so because they just like to make children and leave. You know, but a lot of men out there, want to be fathered, proud to be fathered.
Right.
And they're the ones that get punished. You got so.
Sir, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish woman plucketh it down with her hands.
So you want to be a wise woman, you want to treat your husband, you want to be, be submissive to your husband, and be good to the children, and just be a good wife, just being wise. You building up. That man feeling good every day. He got a nice hot meal right there, bath water rain, ready, bed ready for him when he get ready for bed, that's a wise woman. She building up a house, letting her husband know she on her job, But that foolish woman, gonna tear it down with their mouth, and her actions, a lot of people don't know words hurt. They hurt deep, they cut deep, and they last a long time. They just don't know that words hurt worse than anything, But that's what a foolish woman would do. She'll tear down her own house instead of build it up.
That's right.
She'll tear it down. And then looking for somebody to talk to, you know, hey, you did that all on your own. If nobody helped you do that, you did that. You kept on, you know, we talked to you, you know, you ain't want to listen. You want to do what you want to do now, and there you go. You know, tear your house down. You know, you know, saying, but a wise woman, she gonna build it up. You know, she gonna keep her husband happy. You know, she gonna make sure he all right. Maybe you need a little money. You know, here you go. You know, she ain't worried about it. He ain't got no money. You know, she love him. You know,
Like
she ain't
my
look.
cousin,
Go ahead.
what's bringing out a real heavy, man, because she gonna do that because she know that's where her happiness gonna come from. You know what I'm saying? If she keeping him happy, she know that he ain't got nothing but happiness to give back. What you put out is what you give, what you get back. You know what I'm saying? So if he coming home to a hot meal, water ran, you know what I'm saying? No back talking, you know what I'm saying? The house is in order to where he barely got to lift a finger. If he does, it's for disciplinary reasons only. You know what I'm saying? You know, he ain't got nothing but peace to give into the household. And that's where your peace gonna come from. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make sure you good. He gonna make sure you straight. He gonna make sure you know what I'm saying? You know, you been up on your feet all day. He gonna rub them things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, it's gonna be in his mind, man, to you know what I'm saying, to give back because look what he been getting. You know what I'm saying? But if he been getting hell and back talking, disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Peace, you know, peace is the last thing on his mind to give back because he ain't at peace when he walked through the door, man.
Yeah, that's right. You know, that's what, you know, and that's what I have. You know, that's why I stay happy. That's why I stay happy. You know, that's when I get to hear good things from my mama. I ain't got to hear that whole it. I say, what my daughter is. You know, that's what I got to hear. I'm like, you know, you know. I mean, like I said, she already part of the family. You know, I can't wait till my other sister come down from Michigan and meet her. They just gonna love each other. They both she like to cook too.
Most I cry. Make sure I give me one of them plates then.
Get my sister famous tacos. Oh, thanks. Throw eyes on them.
Most I cry. I can't wait to taste it.
Yeah. We'll go to we still in Proverbs. We go to 19:14.
19 to 19 or 19 to
19 to 14.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 14. House and riches are the inheritance of fathers, but a prudent wife is from the Lord.
House and riches are inheritance for the father, but a prudent wife, that's that good wife, that's that loving wife, that's that wife that fears the Most High.
Right.
Yeah, and a submissive wife, that's from the Lord.
That's right.
You know, and that's what you want from the Lord. A good wife, you know. You don't want no wife battling you on everything you say. You know. You can't run the house, she wanna run the house. You know. You gotta hear it mess all again. I don't want to pay this, I pay that, I pay this, I pay that, I do this, I do that. You don't want to hear that all the time. You know. You don't want to hear that all the time. You know, a woman, you know, they got some more. They got some sense about herself. You know, that's what you want to have. A woman with some sense about herself. You know, look at 1 Timothy 2:11.
Trying to say.
Them pages too new. You know, this thing about it. You know, everybody say they want somebody, but everybody don't want to treat everybody right. They don't treat. They just want to say they got somebody, they ain't treat them any kind of way.
That's right.
You know, I don't care what you say. You know, it goes falls on both sides.
That's right.
But in some cases it be just one. Some cases it just be one person.
That's right.
They can't never get right. You got that scripture?
Sir. This book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 11. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence.
There's this thing about it. The woman's supposed to learn in silence. She ain't supposed to be back talking all that. She's supposed to sit there and listen. Like she's supposed to. Just sit there and listen. The Sha'adawad, he talking, listen. And learn something. You ain't gonna learn that you running your mouth in. You're not gonna learn anything. Is some a woman not to teach. So you got a woman, she want to teach you. She want to tell you what's what. I understand if it's something you don't know and she telling you, that's something else. But no, you don't tell him how to run the house. That's the man, he got to run the house.
That's right. Like if I could, so you know what I'm saying? The craziest thing I always ever heard, man, dealing with a woman, who pretty much a dragon. You ask her, she tell you that you're not a man, right? And then you ask her, well, what is a man? And she don't even know what a man is. So how you gonna tell me I'm not something that you don't even know the definition of, or you don't know what consists of, or what brings forth a man? You see what I'm saying? And that's a lot of problem that we have in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian households, or so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian in Israel. Period. You know what I'm saying? The woman is being taught that a man is something that they don't even know the definition of. Like I don't even understand it. And that's why we got a lot of effeminate, little children running around, a lot of homosexual is running around at an alarming rate. You see what I'm saying? Because these women are trying to teach these young sons or young princes how to be something that they don't even know the definition of. You know what I'm saying? And being taught by a woman how to be something, or how to be a man, you're gonna have a lot of effeminate emotion. You're gonna have a lot of confusion. You know what I'm saying? That young brother is gonna think that he can feel what you can feel. You know what I'm saying? When it is not embedded in him to have the same emotion as that woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just think about a woman, think a man supposed to be pretty much like her daddy. Like her daddy that took care of us. She said, I done heard it said to me many times through my younger years.
Right.
Oh, you gotta pay all my bills, pay my car note, pay my car insurance, pay my rent. I'm like looking like, where you think I work at, Gym? Like, hey, I could do some, but hey, I can't do all that.
Right.
I can house my own stuff.
Right.
I said, what? I'm supposed to come here and move in with you? Before you could throw me out?
Right.
I said, no. I'm like, I probably wouldn't know more about 2021.
Right.
I mean, that shocked me. She wanted it all. I'm like, man, no wonder they call her. They had a name for I can't remember, but she had a nickname. But this was like she wants you to do everything. Take care of me like you might take care of you like my dad take care of me. I'm like, nah, I'm not able to do it. We're gonna go with let me see. Hebrews 13:4.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. And it reads, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
Marriage is honorable, And whatever you do off of that bed, the bed is undefiled. Anyway, ain't nobody supposed to know what goes off in their bedroom but you and him anyway.
That's
and
right.
the Most High. That's all. It's, you know, but whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge. And you can't be out here loose as a goose. You can't be out here messing with this person and that person. You can't be married to this man and go off and be with another man. Can't do that. You know, God gonna judge you. He said he's gonna judge you. The whoremongers, that's mean whoremongers, whoremongers though, and being adulterers, yeah, you're gonna get judged. You're gonna get judged. But see, but our problem is we like Isaiah 30 and 10, say to the seer, see not. Say to the prophets are not towards right things. Prophesies is a smooth thing. That's how everybody want everything to be they way. They want it they way, but they don't want to follow these law, statutes, and commandments. They want to do anything they want to do and still think God wants to forgive them. That's what you learn at Christian church. God take account of that. Let's go to back Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, verse 26.
Sir, this book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, verse 26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman.
Like, and let me go back through the years. I did have a woman, they had a mind like mine, who was like total opposite. And back then I gave myself over to a light woman every time, and that's what you don't want to do. Because then you're gonna find out, you got that and you miss it, but you want to have a woman, a woman that to think just like you. She already know what you want before you even say it. You ain't got to really say that. She already know what to do.
That's right.
She already know what to do. That light woman, she don't care. She gonna buy your Subway sandwich and say dinner on the table. It's gonna get in there and cook it. She's like, I got to go somewhere. So they said, you can give yourself over to a light woman. You find a wife that just like you. Like-minded, just like you. We can go to we still stay Ecclesiastes, go to 25 and 16.
Sir, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman.
Now, that's hard to understand. You in there with a wicked woman. I'd rather be in a house. Rain coming in through the roof, everything, floors coming in, than keep house with an evil woman. I'm glad I ain't got no evil woman. I got a woman, how could I give it a word? And she knows she turned to deserve it. She has a very good heart. Fears the most high. So I was truly blessed. You say rather keep house with a dragon, a lion and a dragon. You in other hell. In that house. You in other hell when you rather keep company with a lion and a dragon. Because you already got a dragon in the house already. You really might as well go find a real dragon to be around. And we got these last two scriptures. Hold on, wait a minute. Right there. Let's go to drop down to 23.
Sir. Verse 23. A wicked woman obeyed the courage, maketh a heavy constantly and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Right. Don't that go on even now? That was back then. That goes on even now. So she make you sad. Why you think some of the men, you know, black men be suffer from depression because they in the house with a wicked woman. You know, that's why we so high in suicide rate, blood pressure, you know, all that kind of stuff that we constantly under stress. You know, women that won't even comfort you, like, baby, is you okay? You know, baby, let me hold you. You know, something like that. You know, you ain't even you can't even get that. You know, you know, you want to cover her husband in distress and make it weak hands and feeble knees. Just weaken your husband. He's like, I ain't got nothing now. I don't know why, man. That woman don't treat me right. I just can't leave. I said, I.S.U.K, we don't practice divorce. You know, you see out in their world, they got divorce, but you can trust me. You finna get took. They're gonna take you to the cleaners. You know, and the judge is gonna say, the judge gonna tell you, I'm thinking of a number. This is we thinking alike. You know, I see by 4-0. What you think? You just put another number in front of it. That's how you get done in divorce court. You know, that's how you get done. You know, you get to this last. Let me see. Let's go to verse 24.
Concern of the woman, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Please, 26 and 24.
Lucky, I thought you said okay. No sweat. This is book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 24. A dishonest woman.
No, you was right. You was right.
Okay, no sweat. Come, Lucky. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 25, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
Yeah, I remember like in store, you know, hearing my aunties and uncle and they husband arguing. He said he just like Eve, you know, just like Eve, just doing the thing you want to and bring it down with you.
Like if I could, the actual word naive comes from that. Because nigh is another word or root word for near. You know what I'm saying? So naive is near Eve. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's how you get they call a woman who's easily influenced, naive, or easily led astray, naive. You know what I'm saying? Because Eve was the one who was deceived. You know what I'm saying? Adam wasn't deceived, Eve was. You see what I'm saying? So that's where the word naive actually comes from.
Yeah, I used to hear those arguments when I was a child a lot, you know, because she was like, her friends could tell about anything.
Right.
Yeah, they have good men at home. You know, children ain't even there and raise them.
Right.
Just to go out on Friday, Saturday night, run with their girlfriend.
Right.
Their girlfriends ain't got nowhere. You know. So what you think going on? You know. What you think going on? You know. We'll go to 26.
Okay, it's like verse 26. If she go, not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go.
So that's what they did back then. So they were Moses so much. He just, even though they didn't practice that, he said, just keep them, y'all killing each other. Y'all for the dissolve y'all marriage. Just keep any mess going on. So they were Moses, he was suffered to get them to build the board. Let see, we can last two scriptures. We go to Proverbs 6 and 24.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 24. And it reads, "So keep thee from the evil woman, like from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman."
Keep thee from the evil woman and from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. This thing is just, like I said, flattery. Like a lot of people like flattery to be flattered. A little flat, love to be, love people talk good things about it.
Like if I could, sir, you could just get that verse 23. I think it edifies verse 24.
Okay.
I'll read it for you. Verse 23. This book of Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of the instructions or the instruction are the way of life. Verse 24. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
Yeah. A lot of men get caught in that trap. Oh, you so fine, or you look so good. You get you in the clutch.
Right.
Then you find out, you made a mistake.
Right.
All that flattery and like I said, that's why they say about the law.
That's right.
The law is a lamp.
That's right.
You don't seek those things. You seek a virtuous woman.
That's right.
And not, especially not no strange woman.
Right.
Some woman from some other nation. You don't seek that.
Like if I could, what you're bringing out is real heavy. You know what I'm saying? That law is gonna tell you what is gonna show you what and what not to look for. You know what I'm saying? When you follow the law, statutes, and commandments, man, you know exactly what to look for in a woman. That's why we have this courtship set up in play, man. You know what I'm saying? It's to be followed. You know what I'm saying? When you court a woman, you know what I'm saying, you can, according to these laws, you're able to see red flags. Sometimes you're able to see them without even getting in the courtship with them. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention long enough, a person is gonna show you exactly who they is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we being young, we make mistakes, or being young in knowledge, we make mistakes that we're gonna have to live with for the rest of our lives. You know what I'm saying? So just keep in mind, man, that this commandment is a lamp, man, and that lamp is light, man. You know what I'm saying? And that light is the law, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God wants you to be able to see where the hell you're going. You know what I'm saying? That's the reference that it's bringing out. You know what I'm saying? Most High God wants you to see where you're going. The only way you're going to see where you're going is by following these laws, statutes, and commandments. Otherwise, man, you know what I'm saying? You're a part of that blind being led by the blind. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had. Huh?
Yeah, that's true. That's why, a lot of people don't want to hear about these laws, statutes, commandments, because that means they got to cut out some things that they don't want to do.
That's right.
They don't want to hear it. They say, like, you can have, they said, like the man is saved by the, by the wife, by the wife. Sanctified by the wife. We got a husband that's out there in that world, and you're in this truth, one day he'll come in.
That's right.
Because he's gonna be watching you. Eyes all on you. Don't think he's paying attention to everything about it. He gonna come on in because he know there ain't no faking off in there.
That's right.
He ain't like a Christian church.
Most High crazy, brother. And what you bringing out is real heavy with that too, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that brother always have a mirror in his face every time he look at his real. You know what I'm saying? He look at his wife and she in his truth, and he ain't. He always got that mirror in his face, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, damn, he has all the characteristics of a leader, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? When the two is compared, one trumpet the other. If somebody's following the Most High God and the other person ain't, you know what I'm saying? Your whole judgment on any matter, you know what I'm saying? One is gonna trumpet the other, and it's more than likely it's gonna be the person. 10 times out of 10 is gonna be the person that follows the Most High God. Man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see more wives. You gonna than the other partner. You're gonna seem more or knowledgeable than the other partner. So therefore, he always have this mirror in his face, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a wife that's not in the truth and you in the truth, you know what I'm saying? Every time she face you, she got to look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna eventually sanctify them to they gonna follow. You know what I'm saying? They got a good leader, so they gonna follow. And if it be a man, right? he's gonna rightfully want to follow and take back his goddamn rulership. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, Most High Christ, you know what I'm saying? If that's your case inside your household, you know what I'm saying? Lord willing, man, that your significant other come into this one body, man, under command and journey on. Because this is the only place that they, you know, will get this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had. Huh?
Yeah. That's the thing about it, you know, I know you be ready for them to come on in. They'll come on. Most high working on. But like I said, they watching your light shine, and then they gonna want their light to shine too.
You choose life or death, life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We'll get verse 26.
Sir. Verse 26. I mean,
6 and
Proverbs
26.
6 and 26. Sir. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life.
Yeah, that's a little Polish woman. They like being brought to a piece of bread.
Right.
You know, that woman finna destroy you. You know, that woman finna destroy you. And so an adulteress will hunt for the precious life. She's finna suck you dry.
That's right.
You know, suck you plain dry.
It's like if I could too, notice that it said a precious life. So saying your life become precious when you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. And that's who she on the hunt for, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's who this whorish woman is on the hunt for, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fall in a lot more temptations coming into this truth. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with these whores. You know what I'm saying? Because they the one, you the one who they seeking out. You know what I'm saying? They can get a wicked man in the week of in the day of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when they see a righteous man, a man that's standing up for something, that's something that they want. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want you to uplift you. You're already lifted up in her eyes. You see what I'm saying? But she wants you to bring you down, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All the way down.
She's like a leech, man, in hunt for blood, man. You know what I'm saying? And your blood is precious, like the scripture says. It's like
very precious. You know, like I said, the last scripture. It's still in Proverbs like 30 and 20.
Oh, okay. Book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness.
Okay. Like you with somebody, you know. Let's say y'all ain't getting along and y'all separated right now, and she goes off and sleeps with another man.
Right.
And she said, I ain't did nothing wrong. You know, I ain't did nothing wrong. Like I said, she wipe her mouth, I ain't did nothing wrong.
Right.
You know, like she'll pull a rock out of hand.
That's right.
You know, but that's a adulterous woman to be. So, you let that adulterous woman go on. If she want to be an adulterer, you free. You know, you free from her. You know, this is the thing about it. Some people like off of their word, off of the truth. You commit adultery. That's it. You out of here. You're about to school. They kick me out just like that.
That's right.
But off in that Christian church, he got to forgive. You got to forgive. You just got to think about all the things she did to that man. You know what she's doing to you. But you got to go back behind him. No, you ain't trying. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Like you say, that woman, she'll do it and have no shame about it. There's no shame about what she done. Like I said, she eat and wipe her mouth, so I ain't doing that wrong. And that's what I'm glad, about this truth. We have good virtues running off in this truth. We ain't got no women like that off in their Christian church. They hold all through the week, hold on Sunday. That's why I'm glad, I'm off of this truth. That's my plan. The priest is off 500 y'all, and say Shalom, Bashim, Shah, my thanks to all the brothers out there, and to the sisters, Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Bashim, Shah. Shalom, Israel.
Great plan.